All right, let's talk about cutting boards. Cutting boards come in all kinds of shapes and different sizes and materials. You can usually get away with 2 or 3 cutting boards. All right. One, I like to have a small cutting board for just things that I do, like cutting up an apple or something small that I'm going to do. It doesn't take a lot of space. Right. These are plastic. I use this every day, but I don't need it if I'm going to use something really, really big, like a bunch of vegetables or something. There are other ones that are plastic and flexible, kind of like this. You got to be careful because they do slide around, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But they're great for cutting some things up and then be able to scoop them and putting them in something else, right? They don't last very long because they're thin and flimsy, but they're also very great. Bamboo. Check the book, but there's lots of different materials. Bamboo is great because it's very impervious to cuts. And then you like to have like a big cutting board. This one was my mother's and father's, and when they got it, I think a craftsman said the wood was 75 years old. They made pies and Thanksgiving on this. This was like a special. I knew that food was going to be good when it came out on this board. You don't need that. You just need 1 or 2 boards. One for something small, one for something big. Now, I want to talk to you about prepping your surface. This is the most important thing. You can see here that I put something on the countertop to keep the board from sliding around. This is, I don't know what you call this. This is just basically the stuff that you use to put under rugs to keep them from sliding. And I just cut a sheet out, right? You don't have to get this. You can just take a paper, you can just take a towel, wet it, and then keep the board from sliding. Because if you don't, the board's going to move, and it's not good because when the board moves, so do your fingers, and that puts you at risk for cutting yourself. I know there's times I've been lazy. I didn't put a secure board down, and I cut my fingers. So the very first thing, get into a good habit, make a secure surface. You can buy something like this, or you can just use a wet dish rag, but secure your surface.